Hey everybody, Justin here with Edivates. Wanted to take a minute today to talk with you about a few things. First off, right out the bat, I'm putting together an event on January 31st. It's a Tuesday of this month. It's from 6 to 9, and the tickets are $35. That ticket pays for everything, including the food and drinks. Wine and beer is going to be served there. We're going to have a bunch of hors d'oeuvres and things like that. The venue is beautiful. It's the City Club of Buckhead. If you haven't been here, you should be here. Two great organizations are coming together and putting this together: the Association of Talent Development and the World Trade Center of Atlanta. The Association of Talent Development Atlanta chapter is the largest chapter in the entire country. In the World Trade Center of Atlanta, I've been involved with these guys for about 5 years now. Great organizations, have really interesting events that go on all year long, and this is one of the first ones that we're kicking off 2017. And I'm really excited. We're going to be talking about the changing nature of work, the technological advances that are changing the way we can be more productive, how globalization is affecting the way we look at our careers. And so hopefully everyone will have the chance to add to their toolbox and help them be more successful in their own careers and other people's careers. So you can register for that event on Eventbrite. I also have a Facebook page up for that. The tickets are $35. That pays for everything, including the food and drinks. There's going to be hors d'oeuvres that are served there, hot hors d'oeuvres, and wine and beer. So looking forward to seeing you all. If you have any questions about that, just message me. I'll send you over any information I have. The other thing that I want to talk about is something that keeps coming up over the last few weeks. I just wrote a blog called "Why You Think of the Military When You Think of Leadership, or When You Think of Great Leaders." Maybe it's because it's the new year. People are talking about goals, and leadership comes up in that. I had a conversation with some of my colleagues the other day about developing a leadership course online for some of Edivate's micro degrees, and I said something like, I don't really think that you could teach leadership courses, especially online, and that kind of spurred a good, healthy debate. And I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. But my personal experience with the military, for instance, it's a large organization, and it produces a lot of leaders. And generally, maybe this is just me, but when I was growing up, when I thought of leaders, the first thing that came to mind was people like George Patton, Alexander the Great, Caesar. These characters in human history that just never go away because they've made such an impact on the people around them. And the question that I have is, the question that we all had was, why is that? Well, my own personal experience with the Army, every single day we had a chance to get in front of people and lead. Every single day. And every single day I had great examples of what a good leader was and what a bad leader was. And I think in corporate America, when you're talking about, leadership development, too many times we go into these organizations and they don't have systems set up that produce the right environment for great leaders. Think back to, back in high school in science class when you used to take that swab. You took that swab and you would swab different surfaces and you put them in Petri dishes. Over the next few days, you saw bacteria grow. And in some Petri dishes, they grew faster, and some they grew slower. And it's sort of the same thing. That's all it is. You have to create an environment whereby natural-born leaders can grow. If you don't, you're going to have a problem. No online course is going to fix that. No 8-hour seminar is going to fix that. You're not going to send your people away for the weekend to Las Vegas to attend some course for a few days or some conference for a few days, and they're going to come back and be great leaders. It just doesn't work like that. You have to give them the ability to daily see examples of leadership and daily apply what they've learned. And that's how you do it. That's my thoughts on it. I think that's, I think to some extent you can develop leaders, but if we're talking percentage-wise, I think 90% of it's just natural born. It's it's inherently given to certain people, and I don't think that, a course is ever going to change that. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. What do you guys think? Is it nature or nurture or somewhere in between? And how can companies or organizations, how can they, or how should they approach their leadership programs? Another thing that I want to mention, that I mentioned in the blog, was marketing. The military does a great job, whether it's the Army, the Coast Guard, and some branches better than others. But let's just take the Army, for instance. I can remember growing up and seeing the commercials of the guy running up the hill with the rifle, the helicopter in the back, and he's yelling charge. The leadership, the military does a great job at marketing themselves to attract natural-born leaders. And the question I have for you as a leader in your company is, are you guys marketing yourselves with your customers in mind or your employees in mind? It should be both. If you have a marketing plan for your customers in mind, which you should, obviously. Making money is oxygen in a company. You should also have one for your employees. Are you attracting the people that you need to attract, or the people that you want to attract? And that's a question that a lot of people might not be asking themselves. And so, anyways, I'd love to hear what you guys' thoughts are on that. Nature versus nurture. What do you think? All right, guys.